Good morning vlog. It is currently Thursday, October 17th. We got home at 3 a.m. last night, made it safely. It was honestly, of our times in Nashville, one of the easier drives I've ever had. Got this new hat, says I'm working late. Yeah, we're Sean and Tyler. We are having a baby in like early next year, and we're just creating this archive of our life, and we just put it on the internet for y'all to enjoy, but mostly for us to look back on one day. But people have joined us and we love it. We appreciate all of you. We've gotten some really good comments lately, especially like on the nursery upstairs. Someone recommended like some rug colors, which that's like the coolest thing about this community we're building is like y'all have like are creative, and I think that's the craziest thing. I'm not. Anyway, before we talk about the concert yesterday at Depth, we did get a package in the mail from Wildbub. This is I ordered it about a week ago. It's a baby brand, and I think it's just, so I ordered a couple things. One is the outfit that we want to bring her home in from the hospital, and then with it, you know, I just added some bows and hair ties, so you can see them here. They're just in a bunch of neutral colors. We're not going to be like those sad beige parents. We do have like colorful things in our baby stuff we've bought so far, but this specific pack is in neutrals. I anticipate we will use a lot of these. So yeah, I like them. They're just gonna go upstairs for now until we have like a dresser in place. Well, we have a dresser in place, but I'm gonna buy organizers and start to organize it a little bit over the next couple months. So until then, everything is staying in the package. But yeah, from Wildweb, it got here pretty fast. And then her outfit that we want to bring her home in. Obviously, it's not a rush. She's not gonna be here for a few more months, but that should be here. I think probably later this week, early next week. It's a work day for me. It's a pretty busy one at that. Concert last night. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. I'll start at the top. Bridgestone Arena we had a VIP package. I don't think they handled it well. There was no clear signage, instruction about where to line up for VIP. The instructions that we got in an email said line up at the Nashville Fun Zone. You only knew where the Nashville Fun Zone was when you were inside, but you're outside the venue. You have no idea where that is. There were two lines, one for general admission, one for VIP. Both said nothing. The other, both, but yeah, then the people on both lines both thought they were on the right line and they were not. So that's interesting. And then we got in, and this rude ass woman was like trying to line us up and just frankly not doing a good job, and just, I don't know, she hated her job or was having a bad day. I don't know what it was, but she was doing the most. So we get into the show. We are corralled there for like 30 minutes and like packed like sardines. Thankfully it wasn't too hot and everyone was wearing deodorant, so it wasn't too bad. And then we get to our seats. We were seated really well. I'll put a clip here of our view, but or like a screenshot. But yesterday's vlog had clips of the show in it. Griff opened for Sabrina, and I was thoroughly impressed. What'd you think?
Yeah, I want to listen to some more of her music. I knew one song by her going in, and I thought she had a good stage presence for an artist of that caliber, I guess, that I didn't really know. And somebody replied to my Instagram story actually, and was like, "Oh, I'm seeing her in St. Louis tomorrow. I'm also really excited to see Griff." And I was like, "Oh, like I'd never heard of Griff," and I asked them if there were like specific Griff songs that they liked the most to like listen to. But yeah, I thought she was really good. I really like Amaray, and she finished opening for Sabrina night before, like she just finished, and I do really like her album. And no offense to Griff, but I would really like to see Amaray. We were supposed to see Amaray at Gazebo Fest Day 2, and
that's our very first vlog.
Yeah,
if you want to go back and watch that, the very first one. I think I would have rather seen Griff. I think I really liked her music was something I think I would listen to, and I'm gonna go do a dive today. But there were a couple songs she liked that I've played a few times now. Okay, and then Sabrina comes on. She's a little late, 9:45. Granted, there was huge like music industry news yesterday.
8:45.
Sorry, yeah, 8:45. There was huge music industry news with Liam Payne. So I don't know if that was like push everything back, because that happened like as we were getting into the venue. So I don't know if that just pushed some people back, or. But she was, I think it's the latest she has started her show so far. She was just a great performer. The stage design was fantastic. The lighting design was really good. Her use of like the props and the cameras, excellent.
Mm-hmm. It was very her. Like yeah. I feel like you would have to like be familiar with her and her brand to get that, but it felt very authentic to her.
Yeah. So we had a good time, and we currently don't have any more trips planned to Nashville, which is great.
She did cover 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Which was the first, she hadn't covered that before yet on the tour. And I'd had a couple people text me and be like, oh my gosh, you got to hear her cover 9 to 5. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I guess it's making the rounds on TikTok now.
Yeah. Speaking of TikTok, there were a few like lifestyle influencers on TikTok that were in our show yesterday that I had never heard of before, which, you know, just two different sides of TikTok. But people were like lining up to take photos with these people, and that was crazy. I was like, who is that? And then we found it. It's like, yeah, it's not the kind of TikTok that I'm on usually. So
yeah, the girl next to us actually cracked me up because she was like, I must not be on that side. She was like, I get Billie Eilish fan edits.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a good time. But today is pretty busy. Well, for me anyway. And
hey guys, I am on my way to Orange Theory. That's this guy that was like running in the middle of, like, he was obviously like out for a run, but he was just like running in the middle of the road when there are sidewalks everywhere where we live. But anyways, I'm on my way to Orange Theory, and I'm gonna do this class even though I really don't feel like it. I'm so tired, but I haven't really been this week, so I'm going today and tomorrow to get my money's worth. And I'll let you all know how it went when I get, I'll let you all know how it went when I get home, after. And when I get home, I'm gonna have me another little coffee, another little sandwich, or not another little sandwich, I haven't had a sandwich yet, read my book. Oh my gosh, I just saw a stray cat. And finish my book. So yeah, the cat distracted me. I am back from Orange Theory. It was a strength endurance day on the treads. So we kept the same pace the entire time while moving uphill. It was fun. It was actually better than I thought it would be. And then it was like light weight work. Like, it wasn't bad. So it was like a pretty good day working out wise for me, considering I did not sleep all that well last night or long. And I just did my scrapbook page for Short and Sweet. You know, usually I write the like date and the venue and where it was at and like that kind of thing, but we had a commemorative ticket, so I just put that on there, and that had like all the stuff, like the date and the place and whatever. And then I just have a few of the cutout photos of us, and then one of our VIP laminates I like stuck to here. And I love this little thing. I show it on the vlog every time we go to a concert, but you know, it's just like a nice little physical media remembrance of like memories. So yeah, next up will be Casey Musgraves over here on this one, although if you go a little further back, she's right here because we went to her one night only show. So, but now I'm going to make a sandwich, a coffee, shower, finish my book, get the laundry going, finish my book, and then deal with the laundry when I'm done with that. I already mopped the floors. Yeah, so just filling y'all in. Hey guys, I'm back to you, and I'm going to give you a quick book rundown. I just finished this book. Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick book rundown. I just finished this book, Bright Young Women, by Jessica Knoll. I had never read anything about her previously. This book jumps back and forth between the 70s and like present day-ish 2020s. And I didn't know this before I got the book, but it's like a loose fictional retelling kind of the Ted Bundy cases. And so it follows this girl named Pamela, who's like a sorority president, and there is like an attack on the sorority house, and someone comes in and kills 2 of the girls, and then like 2 of the other girls are like severely injured, and then she meets this other girl who thinks that her friend that this guy who made this attack, who did this attack, also is involved with her friend that went missing, and they come together and search for answers. So I don't want to give too much away. I always say like I don't like when I'm watching book reviews. I don't like spoilers. I more like synopsises and then like how the person felt about the book. I would probably give this about a 3 out of 5. I kind of thought it was just okay. I thought it was kind of hard to follow because it switches POVs a lot throughout the book, between like 3 different characters, and then it also switches timelines a lot. Like it jumps timelines almost every chapter, and so with the constant like changing of character point of views and time frame, it got kind of hard to follow at points. And then it also felt like there was no real, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was like a retelling, essentially, of, like, Ted Bundy cases. But it just, I didn't really get the point as much. Like, I wasn't necessarily, like, super bored or anything. Like, I finished it, and I didn't think it was terrible. But I also don't think it's a book that I finished and was like, oh, like, I'm going to recommend this to everybody. Because I do have books like that where I'm like, oh yeah, that was so good, I'm going to tell everyone to read it. And unfortunately, this was not one of those books for me. And, obviously that's subjective. Some people feel differently. So, who knows? It's not to say that I wouldn't give this author another chance either, because I've read Geneva Rose, for example. I read Homes Where the Bodies Are and just not that long ago, and I gave that 5 stars. I thought it was really good. And then right after that, I read another book by her, You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and I thought that it was just okay, and not necessarily one that I would like tell everyone to go run and read. So it is what it is. I love to read. I also just hit my 30. So I had originally, my goal was 25 books this year, and then I surpassed that, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll make it 30. And I actually just, I don't know if you can see, but I just hit that. So I'm not gonna up my goal anymore because the year's almost over. I am more than sure I'll finish a book or 2 before the end of the year. And then, I'm not going to have as much time to read because of life events. So I will enjoy that. Enjoy the books while I can. I have one other Halloween book that I haven't read, and I will probably start that next week when we get back from being out of town, but I don't know if I will finish it before the end of the month, but I may. There's a pretty good chance that I will.
Hey vlog. I haven't talked to you guys since this morning. Today was like the craziest work day I've had in a while. I feel like I've said that a lot lately. But on top of that, I'm running on like less than 5 hours of sleep, which has just, not been working well for me today. I've had a lot of calls, a lot of people needed me today, which, it's good to, it's job security, I guess, but crazy. If you are new here, I work in marketing, and like Salesforce kind of stuff. I don't work for Salesforce, but I work in Salesforce at the organization that I work for. That's what I do on a high level. I don't want to get like too far into it for privacy reasons, but I'm making dinner. I'm so tired. I like, it's just so tired. And Alani Nu energy drink got me through the day today. But I was just on back-to-back calls like all day. Anyway, I'm making dinner tonight. I'm making the exact same thing I made the other night because it's quick. I am grilling 2 chicken breasts, which is about time to flip. I have some fries in the oven for Tyler and myself, and then I'm gonna put my chicken over a salad just to get a vegetable in me today. Today I'm eating to survive. It's not about nourishment. It's not about, it's just I'm in survival mode today. But I think after that we're gonna go to my mom's house just to like hang out with her for a minute. Help her out a little bit, and then we'll be back here and we'll just probably catch up on some content we need to watch and hang out for a little bit. I feel like we have these concert vlogs like yesterday, and like I was telling Tyler, like they're pretty cool, I think, because generally concert footage like lives on my phone, and like that gives me like a place to put it, like so we can like go back and like relive the concert day. That's not just like our camera roll, which is pretty cool. And like I said yesterday, even if you don't want to post it anywhere, I think everyone could benefit from just picking up a camera and filming their life every now and then. But the next day, especially when we're traveling from Nashville, where it's like the 3-hour drive after the concert ends, is so hard. Like, I don't want to like spend the night down in Nashville, but it's like the next day I feel like I'm just barely hanging on. But I gotta get back to making dinner, and yeah. Here is the final result. Same thing I made the other night. Like I said, I just put chicken breast over a salad, fries on the side. Tyler just has chicken breast with some fries on the side. He does not eat rabbit food. So, alright, we're gonna eat and then we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Hey guys. Here's your president. Hey, come in. We are about to wrap up the vlog with... today was a fever dream. I couldn't tell you a single thing I did today. I know I hung some curtains at my mom's house and had a lot of meetings today. That's all I can tell you about today. I think if we ever come back and watch this episode of the vlog, we'll be like, well... And I was talking to my mom, and I was like, it's self-inflicted. I was like, I can't just be like, oh, this is so bad, I'm so tired, but like... No one forced me to go to Nashville and go to see Sabrina Carpenter last night. Yeah, like no one forced me to do that, and I was like, yeah, I'm tired today, but oh well. Do you have anything you want to talk about before we get to it?
No, I shared my day with you all today, so
yeah, that's good.
It wasn't much, but yeah.
I think we're going to a haunted house tomorrow, allegedly. So.
Yeah, we definitely will. I want to go whether or not they go anyways. We may go with my brother and his fiance, but
we're going to do a few of these today because we haven't done it in a few days. So, yeah, I'm not really a haunted house person. I don't love Halloween, just in general, across the board. I don't like it. Or I don't love it. I like it enough to participate, but I don't love it. Christmas time, it's almost here. But okay. We're going to do day 109 through 114. We're going to just blitz through them. So, let's do it. Day 109 is, what do you miss about being single, if anything?
I don't really miss anything.
It's really nothing, actually. Day 110. What does commitment mean to you? It's day 110. I think to me, it's like, it's we celebrate the high highs and the low lows together. Like they're like our seasons to this and like seasons to life. And we've been together for 4 years now, like 4 full years. So like 4 years, it's now 4 years and some change. And there are like, not necessarily with our relationship, but just like things have happened that like, there are days that have been harder on me and days that have been harder on him, and like commitment to me is like we're still there for each other through that. Like I lost my dad, that was a big one. I had a business that closed, that was a big one. So those are like the lows, and obviously we have like a lot of highs. Like we're in the process of having a baby right now, that's a huge high. Our wedding was fantastic. Like there are so many highs, but I think sometimes when you get to the lows, it's easy to get like, it's easy to like sit in the lows and dwell on them, but I mean they're really like, they're fleeting.
Yeah, I think it just means like You know, like life ebbs and flows, kind of like he said, and like there's different seasons and times of life, but we committed to each other to go through those seasons together.
Day 111 says find your favorite photo of your partner on your phone and reveal it at the same time. It's easy. It's even easier because of the like iPhone thing that like I can just click your photo, like your face, and it brings up every photo I have of you.
Yeah, mine is, this was like when we started talking, or this photo isn't, but this was like one of the more recent photos on his Instagram, when we started talking.
This is my last social thing I did before the pandemic.
And
it was my friend's birthday party. We went to like a cabin. It was like January of 2020.
That's like if I was like talking to one of my friends or something and they like asked what he looked like or something, that was the photo I sent.
This is my favorite photo of Tyler. This is dated because on September 21st, 2020, which is the day that we became a couple.
Oh yeah.
And it was his one. You may notice. I'll put the photo here so you can see it. But that red car, horror stories in that red car. But this was his like contact photo on my phone until the update came out where he got to set it like through the avatar thing. But this is his contact photo on my phone for several years. But this is the day that we became a couple.
Aww.
Day 112. What always reminds you of your childhood?
Hannah Montana. Like I was so obsessed with it. Like it was all consuming for me as a young kid.
I think mine's like WWE.
Yeah.
Like my brother and I were such big WWE fans, which is funny because like we talked about it the other day on the vlog that like me and his brother, Bo, we like went down this rabbit hole when we were like in the cabin for Tyler's birthday. And Bo was like, oh, this is really healing for me to have a WWE conversation. We were just like talking about like the things that we remember because we're like the same. Like, I'm a couple years older, but we watched it at like the same time.
Yeah.
And so like lately we've been like sending TikToks back and forth because our TikTok feeds have become like WWE content. And I bought today actually WWE 2K24 on the Xbox, and you know we're going down to Corbin this weekend and we're gonna play it and just like have like a good old time. But every once in a while I'll pick up those games and play it because like I think it's more, not even so much like I haven't like watched it in years, like in a decade, if not more, at least. But the video games are like so nostalgic to me that I think that it's specifically the WWE video games remind me of my childhood. Because I would like log hundreds and hundreds of hours on those, like because they came out every year, and you can see like how long you play them, and it would be like hundreds, if not thousands, of hours over the course of a year I'd play them. Should we start a gaming channel?
No.
No, I don't have time for that. 113. What would you rather not ask my opinion on?
What I should eat.
Yeah. But you would not want to ask me my opinion on what you should eat.
Yeah.
Tyler doesn't offer up contrarian opinions that often. He's pretty like agreeable. Like I'm like, hey, do you think we should do this? He's like, and his response will be, do you think we should do this? That's just how he is. So I don't get contrarian opinions. I would love to get more contrarian opinions out of him. Because sometimes when you ask a question, you just like want the answer. But we have like pretty similar worldviews. I think the thing we differ on the most, we have some differing, like our music opinions overlap a lot, but there are a lot that we like. There are a few big ones that we disagree on, and that I just like don't want to hear about. So, what you should eat? You talking about that you don't eat vegetables, or you only eat chicken, or both?
No, I say that in the sense that like I'm a picky eater, and I'm okay with that. And Sean kind of picks on me sometimes for it, so that was why it was the first thing that popped in my mind.
Sometimes I want to eat something that's not chicken, and I also don't feel like cooking two things. So, if you notice, the meal I made tonight was the exact same meal I made 2 nights ago. It's pretty common. Day 114. Do an accurate impression of your partner.
Impression? I can't like sound like you.
No, but like some of the phrases I use or words I use.
Phrase you use. Words.
When Tyler gets under the influence a little bit, he does this thing where he will just go on like tangents about like childhood memories and how much he loves his family.
I do love my
That's
family.
like that. I'm not gonna give like an impression of that because it's kind of personal. But if I had to give one, that would be the easiest one for me to give. Because it's like a.
Mine
It's
would
the same. It's the same every time. Like every time.
Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is because I just said something about it earlier. Is Sean's love and loyalty to Dexter. I mean, when he's sitting on the couch, Dexter is the first one he talks to. When he comes downstairs, Dexter is the first one he talks
That's
to.
my baby.
He is him and that cat are like this, like the memes. They are literally like this. He jumps up in bed on the side of Sean's arm when we go to bed every night. He sleeps in the bed with us every night now.
Yep, that's my baby. Yeah, that's the vlog today. I'm sorry it wasn't anything crazier than this, but that's life sometimes. We will go ahead and close it here. Peace and love. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already.
My eyes are watering. I don't know why. I'm not crying.
You're thinking about the love me and Dexter share. It makes me emotional too.
Goodbye.